You ever notice how in Dandadan, chaos never really happens in isolation? There is always someone yelling from off screen, someone running to help, someone panicking, and somehow it all just barely comes together. Season 2 takes that exact kind of chaos and turns it into something surprisingly human. It's not just a bunch of supernatural fights stitched together, it's more like a group of weirdos learning how to coexist. Every person brings a different rhythm. Okarun's quiet determination, Momo's grounded confidence, Gigi's inner battle, Turbogren's sarcasm and wisdom, all different, but all necessary. Dandadan 2 gets one thing right that a lot of shows miss. Relying on others doesn't make you weaker, it's what lets you keep going at all. And in a story this loud, this bizarre, that message hits quietly, but it sticks. So today I want to talk about what Dandadan Season 2 gets right about relying on others, how its chaos builds connection, how mistakes turn into teamwork, and why the show's most human moments happen when no one's standing alone. No one in this season is perfect, and honestly, that's the beauty of it. Even Grandma, who is usually the pillar of I've seen it all, misreads the situation. Her experience isn't invalidated, it just reminds us that being wise doesn't mean being flawless. And then there is Okarun. He spends half the season fighting the feeling that he's not enough, not strong enough, not useful enough. That classic spiral of, why do I always need saving? It's painfully human. But here is what I love. The show never mocks him for it. Instead, it builds around him. Others step in where he falters, and he returns the favor in different ways. The message is subtle. Power isn't a straight line, it's a network. Like Minecraft. One player is mining, another is crafting, and someone's building a shelter, and suddenly that little cooperation becomes survival. It's messy, it's imperfect, and that's why it works. So when the show makes even its strongest characters stumble, it's not just for drama, it's a reminder that nobody gets through chaos alone. When Turbogrenny tells Okarun he needs to fix his rhythm, you laugh, because honestly, only Dandadan would turn fighting monsters into a lesson about tempo. Like, sure Granny, let's defeat evil through vibes. But it actually makes total sense. She's not talking about music for style, she's talking about flow. Okarun's fighting speed is all over the place. His emotions are scattered. So Turbogrenny teaches him to fight in rhythm, to move with awareness, to find balance between intensity and control. It's not just about a cool battle moment, it's about emotional choreography. When he matches the enemy's tempo, when he stops rushing and starts sinking, suddenly everything connects. He's not flailing anymore, he's in tune. And that's kind of what this whole season is about, isn't it? Everyone trying to find their own rhythm. Not perfect coordination, but harmony. The Mongolian Death Worm arc shows that too. Different people, different strengths, but they only get through it when their timing clicks. That's not pure strategy, that's trust. Meanwhile, the Subterraneans, the ones feeding the worm, they are totally out of rhythm, driven by hatred, resentment, chaos. They take emotion and twist it inward, until it turns destructive. Our heroes, on the other hand, take that same chaos and turn it into movement, cooperation, connection. They don't fight emotion, they channel it. That's the real battle Dandadan keeps showing us. Destructive emotion versus shared emotion. Isolation versus synchronization. Rush versus groove. It's like the story whispering, yeah, emotions can destroy the world, but only if you hold them alone. And finally, there is Momo and Okarun, the emotional slow burn that keeps everything grounded. Their relationship this season lives in that space between almost and not yet. They're close, but it's like the world's timing keeps flipping the map on them. That lunch scene where they look for each other in opposite spots, it's such a tiny, quiet moment, but it says everything. It's not just bad timing, it's a visual metaphor for how relationships grow. You can want the same thing and still miss each other completely. And yet, they keep trying. Okarun's insecurity, Momo's patience, they orbit around each other like two satellites, sometimes pulling closer, sometimes spinning apart, but always caught in the same gravity. Even the ridiculous ending, a kaiju, a Buddha spaceship, and a random alien girl kissing Okarun, manages to serve the theme. It's chaos, sure, but it pushes their emotional story forward. It's the universe forcing them to stop pretending everything's fine. And honestly, that's what connection looks like. Not perfect alignment, but constant readjustment. In the end, Dandadan 2 isn't really about fighting monsters, it's about facing life with backup. Its chaos works because everyone brings something different. Momo's empathy, Okarun's persistence, Gigi's restraint, Turbogran's wisdom, each fills a gap the others can't. That's the heartbeat of this season. Strength doesn't mean independence, it means interdependence. Even the craziest moments, the exorcism beats, the emotional breakdowns, the alien kiss, all orbit around the one truth. People are stronger together. So when you think about it, maybe that's why the show's chaos never feels hopeless. Because even when the world's ending, there's always someone yelling your name from the other side of the battlefield. And in that way, Dandadan 2 isn't just supernatural action, it's a reminder that the weirdest parts of us only make sense when we connect. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments your thoughts about Season 2, who do you think carried this season's teamwork, and any other thoughts you have and maybe predictions for Season 3. I'll be reading the comments, and I'll see you sooner rather than later.